Vanishing Point is a 1971 American action film directed by Richard C. Sarafian. The main stars are Barry Newman, Cleavon Little, and Dean Jagger. The plot follows Kowalski, a Vietnam War hero played by Barry Newman, who has become a pill-addicted driver transporting cars from Colorado to California. To spice up the trip, he makes a bet with his drug dealer. If the journey takes less than 15 hours, his latest amphetamine purchase will be free. However, Kowalski's reckless driving triggers a highly publicized police chase. Radio DJ Super Soul, played by Cleavon Little, covers the chase and turns Kowalski into a martyr of freedom. The film's screenplay was written by Guillermo Cabrera Infante and is based on two real events: the ruined career of a San Diego police officer and a high-speed chase in which a man refused to stop and died after crashing into a police roadblock. The screenwriter modeled the character of Super Soul after the legendary rock and roll singer, the Big Bopper. His script reflected the countercultural lifestyle of that era, incorporating elements of rebellion, drugs, sexual freedom, and rock and roll. The car featured in the movie is a 1970 Dodge Challenger RT with a 440 cubic inch V engine. Chrysler Corporation lent 8 white Challengers for filming. By the end of production, only one remained intact. Over the years, many rumors have surfaced about what happened to the 8 Dodge Challengers used in the film. But in one of his interviews before his death, director Sarafian revealed the truth. All the Challengers were returned to Chrysler. 7 of the 8 were so damaged they were no longer usable, and only one was returned in good condition. However, after seeing the film, Chrysler Corporation was furious. They were upset that they had lent their cars for a movie that promoted drugs and fleeing from the police. They promoted drugs. As a result, they took all 8 cars and immediately crushed them. Ironically, this film was one of the main reasons the Challenger became popular as one of the greatest muscle cars. Even today, both the movie and the car hold a strong cult status. The color white was chosen simply to make the car stand out against the film's background scenery. The director originally had a $1.03 million budget for the film, but admitted he exceeded it, receiving an additional $80,000 because executive producer Richard Zanuck liked the movie. Chris Christopherson was considered for the lead role, but ultimately did not take it. However, his wife makes a brief appearance in the film, reading a sign. She is one of the faith healer singers seen in the desert, and she's fairly easy to recognize. For the film's final shot, they used the shell of a 1967 Camaro, car without an engine or drivetrain, loaded with explosives to capture the climactic crash into the bulldozers. Charlotte Rampling played a hitchhiker whom Kowalski meets along his journey, but her scenes were completely cut from the U.S. release. They were, however, included in the UK release, and if you search online, you can watch this movie for free. Just look up its name, and it should appear. Just look up its name, and it should appear. I don't know why it's listed as copyright free, but it is, and you won't find it on any paid streaming service. The version you watch for free will include Charlotte Rampling's scenes, Because her scene was removed for the U.S. release, it created a significant plot hole in the film. It is believed that the hitchhiker character played by Charlotte was essential to the movie and symbolized death. After picking her up, Kowalski smokes marijuana despite rejecting it multiple times earlier in the film. Throughout their time together, it is implied that they sleep together before he passes out until the next morning. This stop allows the California Highway Patrol enough time to set up the bulldozers on the road, ultimately leading to his fatal crash. Shitstone crash. If he had not met the hitchhiker, Kowalski would have passed through Cisco before the California Highway Patrol could set up the roadblock. Legendary stunt driver Kerry Lofton was involved in the film, and one night, while returning to his hotel from a location shoot, he was driving one of the Challengers. He passed some New Mexico State police officers while going 145 mph. mph. 4 or 5 officers followed him with their lights on, but they couldn't catch him because their top speed was only 125 mph. Eventually, he stopped and got out of the car as if nothing had happened. The police were furious. When they took him in, the producer had to explain that he was actually testing the car, which was a complete lie. One of the most famous scenes in the film is known as the Naked Motorcycle Girl. An actress named Gilda Texter appears completely nude while riding a motorcycle in the film. Throughout the entire movie, she is 100% nude on screen, even when she's not on the motorcycle, whether standing, talking to people, entering a house, or smoking a cigarette. She is always naked. She did 3 more movies in 1971, one of them being Angels Hard as They Come, in which she was also completely nude. After that, she never acted again but remained in the film industry as a costume designer and wardrobe supervisor. She started by revealing herself and spent the rest of her career dressing actors. Check out this fascinating film. It's really good, and you've probably never seen it.
Here we end. Thank you for your attention. Like and subscribe. There are many interesting things ahead. Good luck.